Have you ever had one of those days where simply standing up feels like a chore? You know the kind of day I mean. The knees creak, the hips ache, and the energy to go for a walk, even a short one, just isn't there. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us experience these challenges as we get older, and while it might seem like an inevitable part of aging, there's good news. It doesn't have to be this way. Let's start with a simple truth. Walking is one of the most basic and important movements we do. It keeps us mobile, independent, and connected to the world around us. But as we age, it's not uncommon to find that this once effortless activity becomes more challenging. The good news, with a little intentional effort, we can turn things around before it gets worse. Today, I want to share 5 practical things you can do if walking has become a struggle. And don't worry, you don't need fancy equipment or a personal trainer to start feeling better. First, let's talk about the foundation of all movement, your feet. Think about it. Your feet are the first point of contact with the ground every time you take a step. Over the years, they've likely endured a lot of wear and tear. But how often do we actually give them the attention they deserve? If your feet are weak or stiff, every step becomes harder. Here's what you can do. Spend a few minutes each day strengthening and stretching your feet. A simple exercise is to sit down, place a small towel on the floor, and use your toes to scrunch it up. This strengthens the muscles in your feet and improves your balance. Another great tip? Go barefoot at home whenever it's safe to do so. It helps your feet regain some of their natural strength and flexibility. Now, let's move up a bit to your ankles. If your ankles don't have good range of motion, walking can feel clunky and even painful. A quick way to improve this is with ankle circles. You can do them while sitting or lying down. Just rotate your foot in one direction for 10 seconds, then switch directions. It seems simple, but these little movements can make a big difference. Better ankle mobility not only makes walking easier, but also reduces the risk of falls. Speaking of falls, let's not forget the importance of balance. You've probably noticed that balance tends to decline with age, but here's the thing. Balance is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better it gets. A fun way to work on your balance is by standing on one leg while brushing your teeth. Hold on to the counter for support if you need to, but try to challenge yourself a little more each day. Over time, you'll find that your stability improves and walking feels more natural. Next, let's talk about your posture. It's easy to overlook how much our posture affects the way we walk. Have you ever seen someone walking with their head down and shoulders slumped forward? Not only does it make walking harder, but it also puts strain on the neck, back, and hips. The fix? Start paying attention to how you hold yourself. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head, keeping your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. Even small adjustments like this can make walking feel easier and less tiring. Of course, we can't forget about strength. Walking is essentially controlled falling forward, and your muscles are what keep you from hitting the ground. If your leg muscles are weak, walking becomes a struggle. But don't worry, you don't need to lift heavy weights to build strength. Body weight exercises like squats and lunges are fantastic for this, and if getting up and down is tough, start with something simpler like sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands. It's a great way to build strength and confidence at the same time. I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I don't have the time or energy to do all these things. Here's the thing. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these tips and try them for a week. Notice how you feel. Maybe you'll find that your feet feel a little stronger or that you're standing taller without even thinking about it. Progress doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. These steps together. I'll share more tips and stories that I hope will inspire you to keep moving forward, literally. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. You're not alone in this journey, And every step you take is a step toward a better, healthier you. Now that we've laid the groundwork by focusing on feet, ankles, balance, posture, and strength, let's dive deeper into the strategies that will help you maintain mobility and, most importantly, regain confidence in your walking. One of the most overlooked aspects of movement is flexibility. Tight muscles can severely limit your ability to walk comfortably, but the good news is that improving flexibility doesn't require hours of stretching or fancy yoga routines. It starts with small, targeted movements that gently open up the areas most prone to stiffness, like the hips, hamstrings, and calves. For instance, you can try a simple calf stretch by standing near a wall, placing your hands against it, and stepping one foot back while keeping both heels on the ground. Hold for 20 seconds on each side, and notice how it feels. Flexibility isn't about touching your toes. It's about creating just enough ease in your body so walking feels smoother and less strained. As we talk about making walking easier, we can't ignore the role of proper footwear. You might not think about it, but the shoes you wear play a huge role in how you move. Worn out or ill-fitting shoes can cause discomfort and even lead to injury. So take a moment to assess your footwear. Do your shoes provide enough support? Are they comfortable for longer periods of walking? If not, it might be time for an upgrade. Look for shoes with a supportive arch, a wide toe box, and a cushioned sole. And remember, it's okay to prioritize comfort over style. Your feet will thank you. Now, let's shift our focus to endurance. Have you ever started walking only to feel tired or out of breath after just a few minutes? This is common, especially if you haven't been as active as you'd like. But endurance, like balance, can be built up gradually. Start small. Commit to walking for just 5 minutes a day. Once that feels manageable, add another minute or two. The goal isn't to run a marathon, it's to create a habit of consistent movement. Over time, those short walks will become longer and feel easier. While we're on the subject of endurance, let's not forget the importance of pacing yourself. Many people fall into the trap of trying to do too much too soon, only to end up feeling discouraged or even injured. Listen to your body. If you're walking and start to feel fatigued, it's okay to pause and rest. In fact, incorporating short breaks into your walk can actually help you go further. Try walking for 3 minutes, resting for 1, and repeating this cycle. You'll be amazed at how far you can go when you give yourself permission to take it slow. Of course, physical movement is just one part of the equation. What we eat also plays a significant role in how well we move. Think of food as fuel for your body. If you're not fueling properly, it's no wonder walking feels harder. Focus on nutrient-dense foods that provide sustained energy, like whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can sap your energy and make every step feel like a chore. A simple way to keep track is to carry a water bottle with you and sip throughout the day. Another key to maintaining mobility is addressing pain. Let's face it, pain can be a major barrier to walking. But instead of ignoring it or pushing through, try to understand where it's coming from. Is it your knees, your lower back, your hips? Once you've identified the source, you can take steps to address it. For example, if knee pain is a problem, try using a knee brace or doing exercises that strengthen the muscles around the joint. If it's your back, gentle stretching or seeing a physical therapist might help. Pain is your body's way of telling you something needs attention, so don't ignore it. Wondering, how can I stay motivated to keep walking, especially on days when I just don't feel like it? This is where having a purpose comes in. Walking isn't just about physical health, it's about connecting with your environment and the people around you. Try making your walks more enjoyable by turning them into an opportunity to explore. Visit a local park, walk along a scenic trail, or simply stroll through your neighborhood to appreciate the little details you might have missed before. If you can, Invite a friend or family member to join you. Walking with someone not only makes it more enjoyable, but also keeps you accountable. Another great way to stay motivated is by setting small, achievable goals. For example, you might decide to walk for 10 minutes every day for a week. Once you hit that goal, celebrate your success and set a new one. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. And remember, every step you take is a step toward better health and greater independence. Finally, let's talk about the mental side of walking. Movement isn't just good for your body, it's great for your mind. Walking has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even enhance memory. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or stuck in your head, try going for a walk. Even a short one can work wonders for clearing your mind and lifting your spirits. By combining these strategies, flexibility, proper footwear, endurance, nutrition, pain management, and motivation, you're setting yourself up for success. Walking might feel like a challenge now, but with consistent effort and a positive mindset, it can become a source of joy and freedom once again. Keep taking those small steps forward. You're doing amazing. Now that we've explored how flexibility, proper footwear, endurance, nutrition, and motivation can transform the way you walk, let's address a few more essential elements to ensure you're truly set up for success. These next steps focus on integrating movement into your daily life and making it sustainable, so you're not just walking more comfortably, but also walking with confidence and purpose. One crucial factor we haven't yet touched on is the role of your environment. Think about where you usually walk. Is it a safe, pleasant place? Or do you find yourself avoiding walks because the terrain feels uneven, the sidewalks are crowded, or the area doesn't inspire you? The spaces we move in can greatly affect our motivation and comfort levels. If you can, seek out environments that encourage walking. Parks with well-maintained paths, walking trails, or even shopping malls can be excellent options. Having a go-to spot where you feel comfortable can make all the difference. For those days when going out isn't an option, you can still stay active indoors. Walking in place while watching TV, using a treadmill, or even pacing around your home can help you keep moving. The key is to remove any barriers that might stop you from getting those steps in, no matter where you are. Another essential aspect to consider is integrating mindfulness into your walking routine. Have you ever found yourself rushing through a walk, treating it as just another task to check off your to-do list? Instead, try slowing down and paying attention to each step. Feel your feet connecting with the ground. Notice the rhythm of your breath and take in your surroundings. This practice, often called mindful walking, not only helps you stay present, but can also reduce stress and deepen your connection to the activity. Let's also talk about recovery. As you start walking more or making changes to your routine, you might experience some soreness or fatigue. This is completely normal, but it's important to give your body the care it needs to recover. A simple way to do this is by stretching after your walks. Focus on areas like your calves, thighs, and lower back. You can also use a warm compress or take a warm bath to soothe any lingering aches. Recovery isn't just about rest, it's about preparing your body to keep going. Incorporate these tips. Don't forget the power of tracking your progress. Keeping a journal or using a step tracker can be incredibly motivating. Write down how far you walked, how you felt afterward, and any observations about your experience. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and progress that might surprise you. Maybe you'll notice that a walk that once felt difficult now feels easy, or that your mood consistently improves after your walks. Celebrating these wins, no matter how small, can fuel your motivation. A common question I hear is, how do I know if I'm improving? The answer isn't always about numbers or distance. Improvement can look like needing fewer breaks, feeling less stiff the next day, or simply enjoying your walks more. Pay attention to these subtle shifts, as they're often the clearest indicators that you're on the right track. Another way to stay committed is to make walking a social activity. Joining a walking group or inviting friends to join you can make the experience more enjoyable. Social connections are a vital part of our well-being, and walking together can strengthen those bonds. Plus, having someone to walk with can provide that extra push on days when your motivation is running low. For those who prefer solo walks, consider listening to something that inspires or entertains you. Whether it's a favorite playlist, an audiobook, or a podcast, having something engaging to listen to can make the time fly by. Just be sure to stay aware of your surroundings, especially if you're walking in busy or unfamiliar areas. One last thing to keep in mind is the importance of variety. Doing the same walk every day can become monotonous, which might make it harder to stay motivated. Mix things up by trying different routes, varying your pace, or adding short bursts of speed if you're feeling up to it. Variety keeps things interesting and challenges your body in new ways, which can lead to even greater improvements. As we near the end of this journey together, I want to leave you with an important reminder. Every effort you make is valuable. There will be days when it feels easy and days when it feels like a struggle, and that's okay. The most important thing is to keep going. Walking isn't just about moving your body, it's about moving forward in life, one step at a time. If you ever find yourself doubting your progress or wondering if it's worth the effort, think about the bigger picture. Walking supports your independence, boosts your mood, and strengthens your body. It's a gift you're giving to yourself, a way to invest in your health and happiness. And remember, you're not alone. Every time you take a step, you're part of a community of people who are also striving to live their best lives, no matter their age. As we come to the final stretch of our discussion, let's bring everything together and focus on creating a sustainable plan for your walking routine. By now, you've learned about flexibility, proper footwear, endurance, mindful movement, and even the mental and social aspects of walking. These are all building blocks that support your journey to better mobility and a more active life. But how do you ensure these changes last? Let's dive into the strategies that will keep you on track and moving forward with confidence. First, let's talk about the importance of consistency. It's not about walking a marathon or making huge strides every single day. It's about showing up regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes. Think of it as planting a seed. Each step you take is like watering that seed, nurturing it so it can grow into something strong and lasting. Set a realistic schedule for yourself. Maybe you start with 3 short walks a week and gradually build up. The key is to make it a habit. Once walking becomes a natural part of your routine, you'll find it easier to maintain over the long term. Another important element is setting clear, meaningful goals. Why do you want to improve your walking? Is it to keep up with your grandchildren, explore your neighborhood more freely, or simply feel stronger and more independent? Whatever your reason, write it down and remind yourself of it often. Having a clear purpose can be a powerful motivator, especially on those days when it feels easier to stay on the couch. Address the inevitable setbacks. Maybe you'll have a day when your knees ache more than usual, or the weather keeps you indoors. These moments are completely normal and nothing to be discouraged about. What matters is how you respond. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, treat them as opportunities to adjust. For instance, if walking outside isn't an option, you can do a few laps around your living room or even some seated exercises to stay active. Flexibility in your approach ensures that one missed day doesn't turn into a missed week or month. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize the importance of celebrating your progress. Too often, we focus on what we haven't done rather than acknowledging what we've accomplished. Every step you take is a step forward, and that deserves recognition. Whether it's walking a little farther than yesterday, feeling less pain, or simply enjoying the process more, take a moment to appreciate these victories. They're proof that you're on the right path. Now let's reflect on the journey we've taken together in this video. You've learned practical strategies to improve your walking and regain your confidence. From focusing on flexibility and wearing the right shoes to building endurance and incorporating mindfulness, each step is designed to empower you. But remember, this journey isn't just about walking. It's about reclaiming your freedom and independence. It's about proving to yourself that it's never too late to take control of your health and well-being. Before we part, I want to leave you with a final thought. Life is a series of steps, and every small effort adds up to something greater. Whether you're walking around the block, exploring a park, or simply moving around your home, you're making a choice to invest in yourself. That choice is powerful, and it's one you should be proud of. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. What's been the biggest challenge or the most rewarding part of your walking journey? Sharing your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tips and motivation to help you live your best life after 60. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to many more steps, many more stories, and many more moments of joy and discovery. Keep moving forward, and remember, every step counts. You've got this.